Hey guys, it's Daryl again. Happy Sunday. I didn't plan on making another video, but I'm watching all the news shows this morning and I just want to talk about the impeachment. Like I said, I'm going to take a more positive note with this. I don't want to be insulting to anybody. I'm just wondering, as for Democrats, I think we all know how we feel and a good portion of the country. As for people that are still supporting Trump, my question is I'm wondering if any of them have been paying any attention to this impeachment hearing. I'm willing to bet a good portion of them haven't. I'm willing to bet that a lot of them are probably getting a mindset that it's a witch hunt and a hoax, so they're not going to pay it any mind. I don't know if being a curious, inquisitive, intelligent person. Okay, I was a big fan of Obama. If I heard of a lot of accusations about Obama, I damn well would be watching the hearings because I wouldn't believe it and I'd want to hear it. This is the thing too. Trump's putting down all the Democrats and everything, but the people testifying are his own people, his aides, his ambassadors. They're not Democrats. Um, Everything in my, everything is showing that it was a quid pro quo. He was strong arming the Ukraine to get involved in our election, to dig up, not even to dig up dirt at this point. It doesn't even look like that's what Trump wanted. Trump wanted, as they said, he wanted three words: Biden investigation, and I don't know. There was another one. He wanted the Ukrainian president to throw dirt on Biden, may make it look like there's an investigation process, so then he could then take it from there and spin his own narrative, just like he did with Hillary in the emails. Same exact thing. Look, that's my take on it. I'm sure other people will have other takes. That's my opinion. Um, like I said, these are his own people. And a lot of his own people were extremely bothered morally, patriotically by what they were hearing him say. And the people testifying, a lot of this testimony is firsthand accounts. The person that heard, the people that actually heard Trump themselves talking on the phone, because God knows, apparently he was talking awfully loudly, which sounds about right for his personality, showboating. And it looks like this might bite him in the ass. But I'm curious, Trump supporters, are you watching the impeachment hearings? Because I know I would if it was somebody that I supported. I'd want to know the truth. I'd want to know what his own people are saying about him. If you have watched it, now this is where it gets tricky with me. If you've watched it and you think this is okay, that it's okay what he did, well, then we have a big difference of opinion. Because I find it traitorous. I do. To invite, to go to another country to get involved in his political battle, to get involved in a presidential race, to invite the Ukraine or Russia to get involved in a presidential election in the United States to help him win, to help him with an investigation or whatever, to throw dirt on his opponent. That just, it goes so beyond. Uh, you know, I don't know how this is where I have a hard time with Trump supporters, and I get angry, and I don't want to be insulting. But I have a big problem with people that will protect Trump at any cost. The cost, to their own morals, to their own country, to their own patriotism. My question is, what if this was Obama, and he went to the Ukraine and did the same thing to dig up dirt on Trump, to trade missiles? How would you feel about that? I'm willing to bet that you'd be looking for his head on a platter. Um, so that's my question. I have a hard time. I have a hard time wondering how Trump supporters can still be so blind to Trump's missteps. I see a lot of Trump supporters saying, I've seen a lot of comments. Well, now we got a president with balls and a first lady without balls. Uh, that's just so. What do you equate balls to? What? I'm wondering what that meant. Trump is manly because he's insulting and bullying and doesn't have a very good. He's not very intelligent. That makes him manly. Makes him have a lot of balls. Is that the standard we're going by now? And then, like I said, I've said in another video too. I recently discovered that I think there's a misconception on what an alpha male is. I think a lot of these days, people are talking about going back to the good old days and whatnot, and I think they perceive the good old days as bullying, as blustering attitude. I think back in the good old days, it wasn't quite what they even think it was. Um, like the men that into World War II, I think it was out of a sense of quiet duty that they did a lot of this. They weren't. I don't think they were blustering blowhards like Trump. Um, Back to the alpha males. My perception of an alpha male is someone that inspires leadership through you inspire people to follow you by making them feel good, making them feel confident, and making them feel safe, making them feel good about themselves. And you can inspire, you can have anyone follow you. You could be a leader. That's how you lead. You lead by example, by hard work. A good leader doesn't even need to boss anybody around, and by firing or coercion or manipulation. That's what we see with Trump. I think we see a twisting of right and wrong these days. That it's okay. It's like the people that perceive that it's okay to insult people, that they shouldn't be such snowflakes, they shouldn't have their feelings hurt. Um, I think it's a smaller group of people that just want to justify their bad behavior, that have a personality that's bullying, that's angry, and they've hidden it up till now. And when Trump comes, now that they have a man in the White House, they think it's okay, that this is the way people should act. Maybe their fathers, their grandfathers were bullies, and they think this is the way it should be. Personally, I don't think so. I think do you guys remember Buford Pusser? Buford Pusser, walk tall and carry speak quietly and carry a big stick, all that stuff. To me, that's a real man. You lead by example, by hard work, and you inspire others through making them feel safe and confident about themselves. They want to be around you. They want to emulate you. I got to ask you, Trump supporters, do you want to emulate Trump? Would you want your children to act like Trump, to grow up to grab pussy, to mock handicapped people, to the way he treats women, that they're pigs and dogs, the ones that aren't? I mean, that's somebody's mother, man. That's somebody's sister. I just have a problem. I know I'm rambling again, but I'm trying to be respectful. But I have a basic. It goes beyond politics with me at this point. I have a moral divide. I feel between me and Trump supporters, um, as to right and wrong, as to true manliness, true balls, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and then back to Michelle Obama. There's just this ridiculous conspiracy. This is where I see the link again between conspiracy theorists like flat earthers and Trump supporters, with this crazy 4chan and these conspiracy theorists that come up with this crazy shit that everybody's a transvestite, that Hollywood is plotting their elite and they're plotting this and that. It's crazy conspiracy stuff, which reminds me so much of the flat earthers. It has no basis in reality. In fact, it's just something that fills a void. It makes people feel. It fills a void in people. I believe a fear. Like I said before, I think a lot of people, a lot of older white people, have a true fear of being a minority. Like I've said before, about 20, 30 years ago, a couple reports came out that the white population would become a minority, that we'd blend together and become a minority in the 2000s. And this scared the shit out of a lot of older white people, and it still does. They won't say it, but I believe that's a big part of it. And they see Trump as their last great hope to save the white man, the endangered white man. I don't see it that way, man. You look all through history and things change. We blend together. We work together. Me, I'm French. I'm Canadian French. I'm part Native American, and I've got some German in me. I like they say, mutts always make the best dogs, the best pets. You know, it's true. Change happens. Change is scary, but it does happen. I know I'm rambling now, but anyway, the impeachment hearings. Are you guys watching? Are you Trump supporters watching it or not? So I get a feeling you're not. If you don't really know what's going on, it's his own people testifying now, and it's not very flattering what they're saying. It looks like he was coercion. It was coercion to get to me, just not even to get. It doesn't even look like he was trying to get actual information on any wrongdoing. That hasn't even come up about Biden's son's wrongdoings. That's not even. It doesn't even seem like it's about that. It doesn't even seem like Trump was looking for that. It seems like what Trump was looking for was an investigation to come back and say, look, Biden's son was is being investigated. That must mean this, that, and then he would spin that narrative just like he did with Hillary and the emails. To this day, what the fuck was the emails about, man? Where are these emails? What did they say? You hear all this bullshit about selling fucking uranium and blah, blah, blah. More conspiracy theories. There's not one shred of proof. For all we know, she might have misused an email, which Donald Trump does every freaking day using an unsecured phone. Where's your indignation then with Trump and this tweeting stuff? You know, you get so upset about Hillary and these emails, and look at Trump. The guy's got the biggest blabbermouth of any president that we've ever had. He has no sense of security whatsoever. And you're still talking about Hillary and some mythic emails that never even materialized. Okay, I've rambled enough. Have a good Sunday, people.